So now we're looking at multiplying a 2-digit number times a 1-digit number. In a multiplication problem, the two numbers that are being multiplied are called factors, and the answer is called the product. An array arranges objects in rows and in columns. And it helps you to visualize the problem that we're looking at. In this array of lions, I see that we have 4 rows and we have 6 columns. Now I could count all of the little lions, or if I know my basic multiplication facts, then I would know that 4 times 6 is 24. In this next array of flowers, I need to count my rows, and I will see that I have 5 rows, and then I multiply that by the number of columns, and I see that I have 8 columns, and my basic multiplication fact of 5 times 8 would give me 40 flowers. And in the next array, I need to count my rows, and I see that there are 4 rows, and I would count my columns, and I see that there are 12 columns, and the basic multiplication fact of 4 times 12 is 48. But what happens when we don't have an array and we have larger numbers to multiply? As in this first problem, I have 74 times 4. If I were to draw this array, that would mean that I would have 74 rows and 4 columns. But I don't need to draw that array, nor do I have space to draw that array, so I'm going to work the multiplication problem. And I start by working in the ones place, and I see that 4 times 4 is 16. And just as in adding and regrouping, I would need to put my 6 down, and I would need to regroup the 1. And now I need to multiply my 4 times the 7. It's really not a 7, it's actually a 70 because it's in the tens place. So I have 4 times that 7, which is 70, and I know that 4 times 7 is 28. And then I need to add that 1 on top, which is 29, and that gives me 296. All right, my next problem, I see 22 times 5. Again, that would be 22 rows and 5 columns. But I can work out the multiplication fact problem and see that 5 times 2 is 10. I would put down my 0 and carry the 1. 5 times 2, now that 2 is a 20. 5 times 2 is 10 plus the 1, which would give me 11. My next problem is 67 times 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Put my 9 down and carry the 4. 7 times 6 is 42, plus the 4 up top gives me 46. So I have 469. Next I see 24 times 9. 9 times 4 is 36, and I would need to regroup my 3. 9 times 2 is 18, plus the 3 up top is 21, so I have 216. 10 times 6, now I do see that that is a basic multiplication fact, but if I wanted to work it out as a double-digit multiplication problem, I would have 6 times 0, which is 0, and then 6 times 1, which is 6, which gives me 60, or 10 times 6. as a basic multiplication fact, we would know that that is 60. 14 times 3, I see 3 times 4, which is 12. Put my 2 down and carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus that 1 up top gives me 42.